been sent this from Prepper Shop UK. Woo! Yes, it's a 5-man tent. Now, most of you guys know that lots of the stuff I do, especially when I'm out on my own, is always under a basher. So basically a square sheet pretty much of plastic. So tents, not the sort of thing I usually do, but I'm thinking ahead of the Bushcraft show, which is coming up very, very soon, and indeed the Prepper meet at the end of July. So something different, okay? Usually I'll take the 9x9 tent. It's a great big thing to pack away. It's a big bulky lump, and it is almost semi-permanent at the moment. So to dismantle all of that and take that, I thought, do you know what? I haven't got any other tents really, so why not try something different? And I am gonna be honest, I am pretty much a novice when it comes to tents. I'll set up a couple, okay? I'm not the sort of guy who sets up tents once a week or whatever it is. So this is literally going to come at you from a layman's perspective. So if any of you guys who don't use tents very often or have never used them before, this is absolutely going to help. Now, some of you guys are going to laugh at how I set this up, but like I say, I'm pretty much a newbie to it, okay? So the weather's set fair. Well, we're not expecting any rain. The sun's going to come and go. And you might hear the cuckoo in the background if this little microphone's picking it up. So yeah, the only thing is we're on a tiny bit of a slope and the grass is really long, so we're just going to have to crack on with it and get this tent set up. All right, so here it is, all brand new. It come well packed as well, so I've taken all of that packaging off. We're going to lose that, and here it is. I don't think it's a well-known make, I'm not really sure, I'm completely new to it, but it's an Eclipse 500. So it's a 5-man tent, and that is what it should look like when I've finished. Should we go and find out? Okay, so I think the bottom line is what most of us should do when it comes to tents, is open it all up, go through the inventory or the inventory and check that everything's there first. Once it's all been established and it's all good, then we set the tent up. Once it's done and we're happy with it, what I tend to do is look around to see if there's any damage or any potential signs of possible future damage in certain areas. An important thing which I've learnt over the years, and it seems common sense. So let's get it open and have a look. Let's have a look to see what's inside. Blimey, it looks like a ground sheet on the outside. I'm hoping it's the ground sheet. So that is said pack. And oh, look at this. Awesome. We've got what I used to call an idiot's guide. So that's actually sewn into the bag, which makes it a good idea. Because if you do lose possible instructions like this, or you can't get a signal, you can't go online to see, at least it's going to be with the bag. So that's quite cool. So what have we got to do first? Yes, okay. Right, let's open her up and have a look, shall we? Ugh. They come off pretty easy, which is good. I like that. And another thing, I don't know if you guys have had this sort of thing before, but when you unpack a brand new tent and you look at the size of the bag, trying to get it back into that bag could be a nightmare. So we're going to see how that fares, all right? Wow. It's like Christmas. A massive, great big pack, which I suspect is the supporting frame. Tent pegs. And all sorts of weird and wonderful things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check over these poles. And yes, I can't see these blowing away anytime soon. They do appear to be heavy duty for sure. So straight away, I'm going to undo that so I can pull that open nice and easy. Wow, check it out. Wow. And what I didn't want to go for, I didn't want to go for the top of the range, the most expensive tent they got. In fact, this is one of the cheapest ones they do for a massive 5-man tent. Now, me and my family, it's like 2.5 people as it were. So there should be theoretically loads of room. That's why I chose this particular model, okay? One is because I didn't want a great big expensive thing. And two, I wanted something not too big or not too small. So The poles, they look like they're colour coded as well. So that's going to be helpful. It does appear to be 2 sizes at the moment. So what have we got there? Yep, 1, 2, 3 groups of poles. Right, okay, that seems to be in order. So I'm going to set them aside over there out the way. I always like to do things in some sort of organised fashion. I don't want to be the guy to get this and just throw it all over the place. Just methodically check things through, put certain things on their own, etc. And then we can have a good old look on how we put this great big thing together. Look at the bloody size of this thing. It's huge. 5 men? Blimey, how big are the men? Wow, absolutely bonkers. Right, okay. So I need to put 1 across there and 1 across there. Yeah, these ones here, I think, the 2 big ones, which I think is going to be the crisscross, and the smaller one's going to go across the front. That's what I've determined so far. But like I said, this is all pretty much new to me. I've only done this a few times and quite a while ago, so yeah. If you want to laugh, you can laugh if you want to. So, okay. It reminds me of the old magicians we used to see as a kid. You remember that magic wand they had? Yeah, look at this. How much longer? Oh my God. I don't know if you can hear any noises in the background, but yeah, there's a couple of farm guys out on their quad bikes and stuff, so that is what it is. God, look at this. Struth. Look at this. Imagine going fishing having a bike like that. I'll be scared. Right, okay. Let's see where we have to put these big old poles, shall we? If you want to cue some Laurel and Hardy music, now would be the good time to do it. And looking at the instructions, it's quite cool because it's got 2 people doing it. So I'm doing this all by myself, which is going to make it even more stupidly ridiculous. But, you know, self-sufficient as much as you can, you should try and do things on your own. Bloody hell, this is going to take ages. What I might do is cut some of this down because you don't want to see the whole thing live. It might take about an hour and no one's going to want to watch someone putting a tent up for an hour unless they've got nothing else important to do. Because the thing is, the poles, they go up and over each other. At the moment, I'm tempted to do the one underneath. So I think it'd be easier to do the one that's going over the top, which will be the one in that direction. Wow, it's almost like it just literally put itself up. You probably won't believe it, but it did. As I pushed this pole and sleeved it down, and I found the grommet to push it through, all of a sudden it all stood up and done itself. I've never seen a tent do that. Oh my God, how bizarre. Very bizarre. So I'm guessing that's the main structure done. So I'm going to try and pull it back a bit. Wow. Already I can see there's loads of headroom for myself in there because I'm 6 foot, and that is 6 foot, but it's given a bit extra, which is well important. No one wants to be crouching around inside a tent, do they? Okay, so oh, the old sun's coming out and I'm wearing a sweatshirt. Fantastic. So I'm guessing exactly the same principle applies. We find the golden grommet, we push the end through, and then we do the other side. Good. There it is. Bloody hell, this is huge. Oh my days. So we can literally just walk that over here. Bloody hell. This is turning out to be way bigger and better than I expected from that image on the website. Oh, you guys at Prepper Shop are amazing. Look at this. Here's a pro tip when it comes to tent pegs like this. Always keep them in the bag and always take out one at a time, especially when you've got long grass like this. It would be so easy to just lose 2 or 3. Right? So put them all back in there, one at a time. Keep the rest in the bag. That's pro tip for today. Now, We're opening the drawbridge, look at this. Holy mackerel. This is awesome. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use the front central guy for this. The main structure's up. What's the time now? 1:30. It's taken 45 minutes to get to this point. So I think now is the time to have a little look inside. Wow, so there we have it. It's up. It's not completely finished, but structurally it is. Yes, that's huge. That will absolutely fit a whole big double bed in there. Mate, no, that'll fit a king size bed, actually. Yeah, for sure. Look, already the bugs are coming in there. Oh, my days. It's double skinned, so you've got your own sort of separate tent, and it's all mosquito meshed as well. That's awesome. So with that in mind, I'm going to zip that up because I don't want bugs in there. Wow, all one-handed. Perfect. Just what we need. Ta-da! It's done. Look at that, and you can tell I'm 6 foot. And yes, it goes above that. So when I'm inside, especially the main compartment there, there's no crouching down, which is awesome. And I'm not joking, when you look inside this compartment here, you can easily fit a full king size bed. Huge. So there's plenty enough space for me, my partner and my son to all have a lovely cozy sleep inside there. When sleeping's done, all of the stuff gets squared away and we've got all of this space should it rain, or if it's really sunny, you've got some shade in there. But so far, I'm really impressed with this tent. In total, it took, there was a few stoppages doing other things, but when I added it all up, it's literally 1 hour and maybe 5 minutes, all by myself with hardly any experience to do this, okay? I thought that was an important thing to say, because there's going to be people out there who have been putting tents up for years. There's going to be people out there who has never put a tent up in their life. And like I said, I've not put that many up, if I'm being honest. Most of the ones I've done is the same 9x9 tent. And once you've done that once or twice, it's very straightforward. Every time you come across a different tent, it's a whole new learning experience. So let's go and have a look inside and show you what it's like, because outside, as you can tell, it's massive. And can you imagine if you was going to the bushcraft show or the prepper meet and you was by yourself? The amount of space we're going to have in there would be perfect. And we all saw how small it was when I started the video. It's just insane. So yeah, you could probably put that in a backpack and walk in if you're taking the train or something like that. Absolutely it will do. So come on, let's go and have a look inside. I do like these as well. It's awesome because it just lets in ventilation. I don't know if you can see up in there, but it's all mesh lined so you can get airflow and all of that sort of thing. It's awesome. And all they do is they just pop off underneath with some Velcro. Easy peasy. And it's really good to have all of the light to come in as well, because you don't want to feel all enclosed, etc. So like I said, here are the zips. It's all good because it's red, so you can see them a lot easier. They've all got little zip pulls on. So I thought I'd just throw that over the top, literally, nice and simple. Also, you've got a tailor-made ground sheet as well. So if there is muddy boots and all that sort of thing, it's absolutely fine. And yes, you are going to get insects in here. Look at that, they've already made an appearance. You've got a nice big opening there. And again, it's just all one-handed unzip, nice and simple. There's actually the same on the other side. You've got the big panel there. And this is really cool because it is literally a tent inside a tent. You can see it all suspended in there. And if you have a good look down the side, it's absolutely awesome. But inside there, now I'm going to have to be quick. Because I don't want the insects getting in there. So there it is. It is a bit dark in there, but let me tell you this, it's huge in there. And we're you can easily get 5 people in there, 100%. That's really cool. So I'm going to zip that up before it gets... How quick was that? I'm not joking. It's well straightforward. And you've got some more ventilation up there as well. Well, you see you've got that piece of material there. Well, it's got 4 elasticated bungees on each corner, and you can see where it clips on there. Well, all that's going to do, if you're getting massive rain, is you can just clip that onto that top one, and that will just seal off that ventilation chamber in the middle. Okay. So yeah, all in all, there's loads more guidelines, etc., which you can use if you want it nice and straight, nice and taut, nice and rigid, etc. But for now, yeah, I'm loving this one. What is it? Eclipse 500, the Go range. Yeah, made up of it. As I say, I don't think it's one of those famous, expensive, popular brands, etc. But I just wanted a tent that would work. And you know what? It's quite hard to get it all in shot because it's so bloody big. It looks like a great big baseball cap, doesn't it, to be fair? But yeah, so far so good. I'm really enjoying that. And what I need to do is to get it on a nice flat surface and put it up properly. So yeah, with the prepper meet, the ground is very level there. So an ideal opportunity to show this for the first time. And if you guys who are going to the prepper meet, come over and have a look at the tent. Let me know what you think. Because it's one of the only real ways to sort of decide on what tent to get, is to see them up close and personal rather than just a photograph on the website or someone's video. So yeah, it's much bigger than I thought, and I'm very happy with it. So thanks you guys for sending that over. There will be links below the video if anyone wants to check out all of their stuff on the website. It's awesome. So thanks to the Prepper Shop UK, all the way down south in Cornwall, the biggest prepper shop in the country and have been going for the longest. And yes, myself and the owner, Lincoln, have both been on national television all about prepping. So we go way back, and it's an established grassroots business. Started from the bottom and worked right the way up to now. They're massive. They've got huge big warehouses and shop displays and all of that. So all of the information you're going to want to need to know about that place and about this tent, there is a link below and you can check it out for yourself. They don't just do tents. In fact, it's not just outdoorsy camping stuff. The amount of prepping stuff that you can get there is insane, but you do need to have a look at the website and have a look. And if there is something which is sold out, etc., contact them, because they are so busy and they might not have had time to update it. So by all means contact them, and you could be surprised, you could be lucky, and you can bag yourself a bargain. Also, another thing they love to do is lots of giveaways, deals, bargains and stuff on social media. So what I'm going to try and do as we move forward is try to help them out a bit on that, to get lots of traffic that way, because people are going to save a fortune. Okay, and yes, they do crossbows, yes they do MREs, yes they do freeze-dried food, they do loads of stuff. Okay, now I'm going to be seeing you at the Bushcraft show, if not the Prepper meet. So you guys take care, thanks for watching and stay fun.